When you look at a motherfucker like Darius Crooks, then it's easier to understand why not only a black man, but a black man who wants to be a black woman would come on social media and try to tear down a black woman.
I'ma say it cause y'all scary and I'm not scary cause I can't get no whooping. Darius Cooks, before you get up here trying to criticize thing, you get up here and show us certified receipts of them same companies that work with Auntie Tab trying to work with you.
A person like this has a lot of nerve giving out advice when for years this was on every headline.
D-Day got another one.
Too much tea. Darius Cooks is out here getting dragged by the whole internet for his opinion on Tabitha Brown. Darius called Tabitha a fool for accepting a Target deal. Now, Darius Cooks is known for being a food reviewer, a food influencer, and a cook. Darius is known for world traveling and reviewing foods, as well as frequenting the United States in travel and trying out foods all around the country as well. Now, I recently found out about Darius a couple months back when he tried to play on our top down here in New Orleans as what I deemed was him undermining Keith Lee, because Keith Lee had given us the #1 food spot in America. Now, they were saying ever since he had the surgery, the weight loss surgery that is, that he had just turned into a mean girl. While others say he had been that way, but he's also an alleged scammer is what some of the internet is saying. And baby, when I tell you the comment section on Instagram ate Darius up more than the TikTokers, baby, the whole internet eating him up right now. But let's get into what he had to say about Tabitha Brown and her Target deal.
She a fool for doing it. There's no goddamn way in hell I would have ever signed my name. I don't give a shit how popular I was. I would have never signed my name to Target. I don't care if Target giving her $10 million. She could have started her own company. She could have sold her own product. $56 million out the gate. There's no way. There's no way. There's no way in hell I would have ever. 20 million ain't even enough. This woman has the ability. All she had to do was create 5 cookbooks. $150 million in the bank. 100% hers. No middleman, no agent, no manager, nobody to pay but your labor and your employees. $150 fucking million yours. Couldn't have been me. Ain't no way in hell that could have been me. Ain't no way in hell. $40 million when I got the potential to make $400 million? No way. There's no way. There's no way. Do you hear me? I need you to hear me. Kip, there is absolutely no fucking way in.
Now, if anybody's photo should be next to the word demure in the dictionary, it's Tabitha Brown. Let's listen to this demure, classy, mindful, and respectful clapback she did.
Hello there. Y'all all right? So listen real quick. I was talking to a good friend today, and he was sharing with me how something that somebody did upset him. And he was like, honey, and they had the nerve to say what they said, right? And so I told him, I said, you know, some folk, that's all they have is the nerve. Honey, they only have the nerve to say foolishness. They only have the nerve to talk about folk. They only have the nerve to look down on folk. They only have the nerve to complain. Some folk, that's all they got is the nerve. And that is why your success get on their nerves. Your happiness get on their nerves. Your joy get on their nerves. Honey, your family and your home get on their nerves. Your job, your career, it gets on their nerves because that's all they got. They spend so much time complaining and having the nerve to speak on other folk that's all that they have gotten left is their nerve. So baby, don't spend your time letting them type of folk get on your nerve, okay? That's all they got. But you have so much more. Honey, they have no integrity. They have no loyalty. They have no joy, no love, no compassion. They don't have a good family life. They don't have good friendships. That's why they're so focused on other folk. That's why everything get on their nerve. And that's why that's all they got left. It's the nerve to cut up and act a fool. Don't let them folk get to you. All right? Very good. I love you. Now, go about your business. Have the most amazing day. But even if you can't have a good one, don't let nobody get on your nerves, okay? Don't you dare go messing up nobody else's here.
Before we get into the TikTokers, let's get into these Instagram comments that rolled Darius out, baby. This is my favorite one, so I had to heart it. Redbone Home says, giving her advice on a Target deal while you sitting in a Target parking lot. Ballhead says Target wouldn't have offered him anything anyway. The Real Annex says he's a hater button. Brown Mona Lisa says he's had so many failed restaurants, I would not take no advice or criticism from him. Naja says doing business independently on a large scale is not as easy as people think it is. Yes, your name does hold weight. However, the upfront cost for mass producing, storage, marketing, and everything else would eat up your pockets before you even make a sale. Tabitha is a smart woman. I'm sure she's satisfied and knows what she's doing with Target. Brick says, LMAO, Target don't want you, Darius. The Baking Realtor says, some people you have to be careful speaking on. This lady doesn't bother anybody. And here comes his messy behind hating on something he hasn't accomplished. Man, shut up. He's always had this nasty spirit that I refuse to entertain. It's sad when you have to use other people's names for clicks. Unfortunately, she hasn't been his only target. Toya says, I hope she comes back and read him like she did Wendy Williams. We waiting on you, auntie. Messy Miles says, he only does this to get clicks and views. He's had several failed businesses, scamming allegations, and he makes greens with watermelon slices. She doesn't need your advice. Melly says, how he be hating from outside the club. The Baxter says, Target wouldn't even have answered his call. Top Model says, you're the same person that was stealing people's money and not sending them their product. Michael says, it's incredibly tacky to talk about someone else's business choices. It's also incredibly annoying because his track record doesn't suggest he's in the position to make such statements. Caramel Leah says, talking about turning down a $10 million deal while sipping on a $1.99 drink is diabolical. Sir Neil Hurston says, he doesn't know what he's talking about. She is pulled out of major deals because they compromised her integrity. I'm sure she knows what she's doing. Just Lacole says, now Tab don't bother nobody, so why is he coming for her? Grimeface says, if he's so darn smart, how come he's sitting in a Kia making this video? It's Gina Renee says, maybe as a mom and a wife, she didn't want to start her own company. People don't realize every decision isn't only about money. It's about what works for them. Independently owning a company is not easy, especially if you want to have a life outside of work. Nurse Nelly says, boy, bye. Target ain't asking you for nothing other than proof of purchase. Oh snap, that's me says, that's why nothing goes right for him because he's always too busy hating on others. So someone replied to the "he's a hater" button and they said, "Big hater talking about it's no way." Duh, because it's no way they will offer you anything. And if they call him today, he will be signing today. So now let's get into these TikTokers and how they ate Darius up and devoured him, unlike those greens that they say that he makes that's so terrible. Too much tea.
When you look at a motherfucker like Darius Crooks, then it's easier to understand why not only a black man, but a black man who wants to be a black woman would come on social media and try to tear down a black woman, if that makes sense. When you look at someone like Auntie Tab and you see the positivity that she spreads, the love that she spreads, when you look at, you know, the encouraging words that she give all the time, she's talking about the Lord, and you see the pathway that she's created for her and her family, it makes you wonder why anybody would have anything negative to say about her, especially a motherfucker who ain't nobody checking for. We don't see doing big things. We don't see doing anything, honestly, besides going around to all these black restaurants that the food is just not good or this and that. And then we go onto your page and there's no engagement. We don't see nothing. We see videos with 1,000 views. Motherfuckers like you give men like me a bad rep because, as the old saying, when a man does not reach the same heights that he used to reach, or he does not reach them at all, then he begins to tear down a woman. And in your case, your punk ass out here trying to tear down a black woman. Where the fuck is your mama at? Is that hoe dead or alive? If she alive, she need her ass beaten. If she dead, somebody need to get her and beat her motherfucking ass for the places she failed in. Bro, shut your punk ass up and leave people alone. All you do is talk. And this ain't gonna be, you know, going back and forth. I'm not gonna do none of that. I just came here to tell you to shut your mother.
Darius Williams, Darius Cooks, whoever, he a brave soul. He is a brave soul. He got some nerve, right? Because the last person I know that spoke on Tabitha Brown and she responded, bro, they don't even know if they in the world right now. They don't know left from right, up from down. You understand me? 3 things you need to know. You need to thank Beyonce. Don't speak on Tabitha Brown. And of course, we don't talk about Bruno. Right? Like, and I'm not even saying that she did everything right, that she made all the right business moves or whatever. You know, maybe she could have went at it on her own. Maybe she could have tried to launch her own suite of products and this, that, and the third. But to give that kind of critique about, yeah, you got a Target deal, but they put your stuff on the bottom shelf. Bro, it's a Target deal. I'm sure it's multi-millions. You sound like a hater.
I'ma say it cause y'all scary and I'm not scary cause I can't get no whooping. Darius Cooks, before you get up here trying to criticize motherfucking thing, you get up here and show us certified receipts of them same companies that work with Auntie Tab trying to work with you. And show us the receipts of you turning them companies down and going to do your own thing, going to do your own big one and making your millions of billions of dollars so we can listen to your ass. Until then, you are a defendant and a clerk of courts. We don't want to hear shit you got to say. For you to go live talking shit about a successful black woman having a product at the bottom of the shelf in Target when you don't even have off-brand paper plates put on the shelf in a corner store, let alone a motherfucking wisp or measuring cup, who are you? Let me give y'all a life lesson. You never in life take advice from or follow up behind a person that says woulda, shoulda, coulda, especially when they have not done a fraction of what the person who they talking about done. Darius, you ain't do it because you couldn't, baby. Let's call it a spade. You can't do half of what Auntie doing. And if you know like I know, you better leave that lady alone for your ass be walking backwards.
Darius Cook talking about Tabitha Brown, brave move. I commend thee, I applaud thee, because that was a brave move. You know how people don't play about her? Don't nobody play about our real life Claire Huxtable. Ain't her literal catchphrase, that's my business? Because that's my business. You know, she be sharing, but then she just let you know, like, because it's her business. She do things because that's her business. And just like the internet, here come folks telling you what they wouldn't have done with your opportunity. That's wild. This is the second completely unproblematic content creator I've seen being come for in like the last couple weeks. What's on y'all biscuit? Auntie Tabby don't bother nobody. Tabitha be minding her business. Now that I think about it, this was probably low-key strategic AF because I haven't really heard nobody talking about him since his last scandal. Whatever that was, I don't remember what it was. The last time somebody was talking about him. It was some uproar about something. That was a good little second ago. So this is a good way to get people back on your page, I guess. I mean, because why else would anybody come for I can't think of a reason why you would just have anything negative to say about Tabby. And I'm not pocket watching, but I feel like Auntie Tabby got that good, I got lawyers to look over this ironclad paperwork money. She got that, I'm not going to get caught up in the Target equivalent of a 360 deal money. Like, she got lawyer money. She got legal team money. For the record, I bought the buttercream leave-in conditioner and the regular conditioner. It was sold out of everything else in the line the last time I went.
Darius Cooks, why would you sit your messy, sunken face ass in your damn car? In your car, and try to speak on Tabitha whenever she's walked in rooms that you will never enter into. I can't stand whenever people try to sit here and try to act like they're giving advice, but really they're speaking from a bitter, broken, jealous, and envious place. You can't tell her how to do shit with her business when every group you've been in has failed because of that attitude, in the words of Tawanda Braxton. You can't speak on that. You can't tell somebody how to become a millionaire when you're still stuck in the 1,000 bracket. You get what I'm saying? I haven't seen anything that you've done actually be successful because people see past your bullshit. They see past the facade and they see that you're fugazi. Also, didn't you see what the hell happened to Wendy Williams whenever she spoke on? Tabitha Brown is covered, smothered, dipped, and fried in the Holy Ghost. She's anointed. She's covered. She has a calling on her life. She has a purpose. Find yours. Stop coming on here and attacking black women. Stop coming on here and attacking black people. I don't see you criticizing these white businesses, these white people, as much as you criticize your own. And that's my issue with you.
Thing about it is you're going to leave my Titi alone. You're going to leave my Titi, Miss Tabitha Brown, alone. Titi don't fuck with nobody. Okay, let's put that out there. First of all, and let me, you know what, to be honest, I'm going to bring it down a notch because Miss Tabitha, she don't even represent herself this way. She's very ladylike. She's very southern. That lady been working on her platform for years on top of years. What makes you think that you have a right to criticize how she maneuvered and handled her business? Maybe that she's playing chess, not checkers. Maybe that she's thinking about creating generational wealth for her children and grandchildren. Why are you, as a black man, want to be so sassy when talking about a woman? You are a man that makes us as black women feel unprotected. Because every time a black woman do something for herself, it's somebody like you come and bring her down. What did she do wrong? Why you have so much of an opinion about a contract that she signed? Are you mad because you're not in Target? Are you mad that you're not in Safeway where I see her product at? I see her product from the DMV to St. Louis where I have stayed. I'm so proud to see a black entrepreneur paying away. But what bothers me the most, your sassy, big back, fucking shark teeth ass want to sit up here and, sorry because I'm representing Miss Tabitha again, I'm sorry. This man go on these tours from state to state and he give his reviews on black businesses, black restaurants, and all his reviews is negative. He always have something to say. He created his platform on negativity and hot and fucking spicy attitude from a grown ass motherfucking man. I really need him to take that motherfucking Adam apple and put some motherfucking in his motherfucking chest and stop acting like he a fucking cackling motherfucking 18, 19, 20, acting like he got a motherfucking split in between his legs. That's just it. I can say more than I'm gonna say this too. Ain't nobody had nothing to say about you when you was going through tours and selling the motherfucking Thanksgiving fucking platters for $60, $80 fucking dollars, and everybody said it was old fucking cake. And you did that shit for years. Now all of a sudden that the people that put you out the business that you was in, you didn't find yourself downgrading Mr. Darius Cook. And you making a name for yourself by kicking other people in their ass, and then you kicking black people in their ass. I ain't with it. I ain't with it. Sorry.
Tabitha Brown could have absolutely launched all of her products on her own and did not need Target because she has a huge brand and a name for herself. However, it would have took her so much more startup money to get this thing going. In his video, Darius Cook said she has 15 million followers or whatever the number. He said do that times the amount of money it costs. She could have had so much more money than what Target offered her. But the money that Target offered her is all profit because she didn't have to put anything up to get the product out. Do y'all know how much money it takes to launch a product and the volume and the amount of inventory she would have had to order in order to accommodate her audience, like, so much more money, and then her profit margin is going to be down. So she was smart. All she had to do was use her face and her name to promote the product. She don't got to package, she don't got to ship. All she got to do is market it. Sounds like a good deal to me. And to be honest, I think in that video he just was giving hater vibes. It's like, you know, give her flowers and big her up for accomplishing something.
Darius Cooks may want to be careful. We remember the last person that had anything ill to say about Auntie Tab, baby. That person ain't been right since. But I digress. What Darius is saying makes sense. Of course we want ownership. But as I sit inside of my fully furnished custom salon, I am here to tell you, as a business owner that has built a business from the ground up with her own money and funding, it take a lot of money. So I could only imagine how much money it would take for Auntie Tab to produce, to distribute, to employ all the people that she would need to run her own operation. And yes, it is a great idea for her to convert her current followers on TikTok and social medias into buyers. But let's just be real. I'm gonna say the quiet part out loud. A lot of us black people wouldn't have spent with Auntie Tab, but we'll go to Target. We won't give our money to black businesses because we can't trust them. We really don't need it, or I don't know if it's really gonna work. But you'll go right into Target because you trust Target. And I wonder what the difference is between Auntie Tab's business and Target's business. Okay, yeah, y'all will go and give the white tea people your money all day, but you won't give no black business your money in the same way. Okay, now when you start talking about producing your own product, I want us to remember what happened in COVID. I want us to remember what just happened when they shut the docks down. Y'all understand that every time that there is an issue in the supply chain, your product can't get out. And we already know with small black businesses, even if Auntie Tab was to develop a big black business, the moment that y'all don't get that product on time, y'all gonna be ready to boycott her, even if it's out of her control. So the startup cost makes no sense. Distribution cost makes no sense. Housing, warehouses, employees, none of that makes sense when I can just go to a large corporation like Target, and I guarantee you Auntie Tab is getting some back end money. Please don't think it was a one-time check. I am willing to bet. But I wish we could start our own and support our own, but we haven't. We've never had a history of fully supporting, right?
A person like this has a lot of nerve giving out advice when for years this was on every headline. One of the best pieces of advice that anyone has ever told me was to never take advice from someone who is not where you want to be. Now, with that being said, this person has been doing things for over 10 years, and I have actually never seen anything good come out of any of his endeavors. Are we forgetting when we had to cancel the Hennessy dinner because nobody was buying tickets? This, on top of many other things that he's been accused of, puts him in no place to be trying to give anybody advice. My biggest question is, if you knew how to get all this money, why don't you have it?
The thing that's taking me down about Darius Cook speaking on Tabitha Brown is how is someone who is known as Darius Crooks speaking on anyone's business acumen as if he knows better. Darling, you have more scandals in the food industry than Paula Deen. All right? You shouldn't be speaking. And what I really don't like is the gaslighting in his response. Because to say that you don't follow her so you don't know what she said, darling, you clearly keep up with her. Because mind you, this is not his first time speaking on Tabitha's deal with Target. Yeah. And he also said, oh, well, it was just an objective opinion. But you called her a damn fool for making that deal with Target. That's not objective. That's personal. Right? You're not just speaking on the business of it. You are speaking on her capacity to think for herself as a businesswoman. Like, the animosity and the envy is layered all in what you're saying. And she clocked it. You ain't got nothing but nerve. That's why she gets on your nerves. That's why her success gets on your nerves. And the only person that you should be hating on, because you're clearly hating on Tabitha, but who you really need to be mad at is Darius. Because any platform that you look Darius Cooks up on, you're going to find backloads of information about scandal after scam after lie after scam after scandal after lie. Any platform going back for years. So how is someone who has ruined his own reputation as a businessman, right? These ain't just like personal scandals. This is you scamming people behind dinner pop-up nights, stealing folks' recipes, all kind of shit. Literal restaurants he's on, scamming folks, all kind of shit. Nobody should be taking business advice from you. And the only person who you have to blame for where you are as a businessman is you. Baby, self-awareness is a lost virtue.
Darius Cook, you would have never signed your name to Target because Target never have and never will give you the opportunity to sign your name to them. Baby, you got all this advice and tips, baby. Where's your offer at? Where's your $150 million deal? Nowhere. You just another failed entrepreneur that has yet to realize the influence that you don't have. Why would Tabitha Brown even choose to take advice from a scammer? And so what if Tabitha Brown ran her business through Target? What if she didn't want to run her business on her own? Y'all don't be knowing half of the shit, and y'all be on here talking, trying to say what y'all woulda, coulda, shoulda done, and y'all can't even fit the shoes that these motherfuckers even walking in. You in infant sizes, baby. She walking in grown woman shoes. I'm 100% sure that Tabitha Brown didn't even ask for your goddamn input. Anytime we see Tabitha Brown, we see her doing good. Anytime we see an article about Miss Tabitha Brown, she's doing good. So what the fuck are you coming up with all this negative shit for? And you a whole man. You as a whole man watching a whole nother woman's pocket. Watch your own pockets. If they ain't got a hole in them, then y'all men get mad when these women get on here and say that men are intimidated by a woman, because what the fuck is this? What is this? What did Tabitha Brown do for you to get on here and motherfucking down her name? It don't matter if Aunt Tabitha's shit was on the top shelf, middle shelf, bottom shelf, or even lined up on the motherfucking floor, baby. Your shit is still in your thoughts, and that's where it's gonna stay.